Hi everybody, this is Patty the Tinker's wife. Welcome to my kitchen. Today is the official giveaway celebration for the 1,000 subscriber goal that you all helped me meet, and I want to thank you so much. This is actually also my very first giveaway. My channel was so new and I hadn't really met any benchmarks, and then my husband died and the world just flipped upside down for a while. So now that it's getting more righted, I'm here and I have stuff to give away. I'm so excited. I get to bless you guys. You guys have been so good. I want to welcome everybody who is here, especially you new people that have never met me. And those of you who are not yet subscribed, I would encourage you to go ahead and subscribe. Also, click the notification bell and you'll get notifications on when I produce videos. I'm going to be doing a lot on gardening. I have a couple recipes I'm going to be working up. One of them is Tinkerer's hash browns, and they were hash browns that my husband Ben, he devised the recipe, so I'll be sharing that in honor of him. Some rosemary cookies that I keep talking about doing, and yeah, I'm going to do those really, so that'll be fun. They're very good. They're a shortbread cookie and they've got dark chocolate on them and hazelnuts in them. So they're very, very good. Okay, let's see. I will, towards the end of this video, give you instructions on how to enter. So you need to watch the video and then you'll find out how to do it. And also, I'm going to be sharing everything I'm giving away, which there's going to be 6 people, maybe 7, I don't know. I might do 7. I might find something else around here that might be a surprise to give away. But anyway, I've got 6 at least who I will be giving prizes to, who will be winners. First off, I'm going to start with the seeds. There's a lot of them, a lot of different kinds. Some that I saved from my own plants, the pink celery seeds. I've got 4 packages of those. Now I've got 5 packages of red leaf plantain seeds. Now these are a burgundy red leaf. It gets, the leaves get like the size of my hand, almost that big. That looks a little funny on camera, but you know, I have probably a small woman's hand, not tiny, but small. They're very pretty and they grow really well in regular garden soil. They will grow in the waste places, but they stay smaller like the regular traditional ones do. Then there is also this one, the purple perversion. It's got the same red colored leaf and it's very highly ruffled, so that's kind of fun. Nice texture. Gardens need texture. And this one that's variegated and it looks like somebody splattered paint or spilt milk on it. These are all edible and medicinal, just like the standard ones are. Also have vintage wine tomatoes from M.I. Gardner. The Garden Time, which is a company here in Oregon that I really like for herb seeds and stuff. They also do some edibles. This is shungiku, which is the edible chrysanthemum leaf. Has a very pretty little flower that you can use as a cut flower too. Really nice little flower to have in the garden. Apple blossom Swiss chard, a mix of types of Swiss chard to use for mini greens, or you can grow these out. I would probably grow these out. I mean, you could do one little thing of them, but hey, why not get more bang from your buck? It's the same exact seed. They just put a whole bunch of them in a package and call them microgreen seeds or whatever, but it's actually the same plant. It's just how you grow them. So botanical interest, Swiss chard, and there are a lot of really pretty colors in there, by the way. Now, another YouTuber who I happen to appreciate a lot, and what he teaches a lot of different things, and he has a really unique homestead, wonderful kids, and a lovely sweet wife. They're very industrious, creative people, and that is Papa Pepper and his peppers. So I purchased a couple of packages of the Ozark Nest Egg Gourd. Now this is the little egg-shaped gourd that they use to pop into nests when they're trying to encourage chickens to nest in a particular spot. It's also good for crafting. Easy to grow. The black Vernissage tomato. It's kind of a black with green stripes, dark red with green stripes. This is dark opal purple basil. Dark purple opal basil, I guess. That's a really good basil. It's been around for a long time. It's earned its place. This was a giveaway, yes, and I got a couple of them because I shop a lot at Baker Creek. Yes, I have a problem. Anyway, I thought I'd share them with you for those of you who didn't get them. The green zebra tomato. This is a nice little salad tomato. This is, I didn't use too many, or did I use it? Yeah, this is one that I purchased last year. Tomato seeds last a long time, so do the kale seeds, and basil seeds can last a fair number of years. So just know that what I'm giving you are very good seeds. They will do just fine. Anyway, that's a little salad tomato. When it turns kind of a golden yellow, it is more mellow. If you pick it a little green, it's more acidic. So it kind of, if you've got people that like different kinds of tomatoes, that's a good little tomato. Cardoon, which is an architectural looking vegetable. It's like, oh, come on, think. It's like artichokes. It's related to artichoke. Actually, the midrib is what you eat, and that midrib does taste like artichoke. Produces a flower just like an artichoke that when it blooms has that lavender blue, looks like, you know, hair up here, but the bumblebees love it. It's really a fun plant. The green Lobo Chinese radish, Mary's Niagara ground cherry. There's not a ton of seed in here. They didn't give very many anyway. I produced several plants last year, and I really liked the way this performed. It does produce a little longer, you know, when it's getting a little colder out, so it's a really nice little plant. This is a little rare to find too, so that'll be kind of a treasure for someone. One of my favorite kales, and that is Ragged Jack or Red Russian Kale, and this is, I must say, one of the worst pictures I've ever seen color-wise of it. It has a strange color. It almost looks like it has a red filter on it, but this is actually a lovely blue-green kale with a flush of purple in the midrib, and it colors up when it gets cold. It's a hardy kale, and I had plants that lived for 3 years here, so there you go. Was also came across the Oregon Trail, so it has history. This little lettuce mesclun mix from Botanical Interest. This was a thank you package, but I've grown this before, and it's worth growing in your garden, so there you go. Now I have 5 kinds of jalapenos, and there's only one of me. I don't eat that many peppers, especially not hot ones. I got all the colors and all the types because I have to try everything. I need all the colors. I need all the plants. Well, anyway, I decided I'd send one of the purples to you guys. So there you go. Those were fun. Those were fun to grow last year. Couple of M.I. Gardner seeds, the white cherry tomato and the freckles romaine. This is a bright green with burgundy red splotches on it. It's a lot of fun. Good if you like a colorful salad. Rat tail radish, which is a podding radish. It does not produce a bulb. The flower, when they are pollinated, produce these pods, and they're interesting to put on a like a vegetable tray with dip. They work perfectly for that, actually. You can throw them in a salad. You can stir fry with these too. So the only thing I would say is the very tips of them and also the stems, they're kind of chewy, so you might not want to eat those parts, but hey, they can use them as a handle. What do you know? When you dip them in, you just take that and then you put the other stem on your plate or whatever. Now, this is Golden Sunshine runner bean. This is the prettiest bean for a plant I've seen. When it was growing, it was, you know, the gold sweet potato. It has it's almost that yellow. It's so pretty. And then it has these bright orange red flowers. I grew it on a purple trellis. It was really stunning. Then we have the gardener who bought 2 of these. Confession here. I did that this year. I do it almost every year. This year it was a red okra. This is a really beautiful okra. Okra plants are beautiful anyway. Their flowers are so pretty. So anyway, somebody's going to get this one. Now, on to some bigger things. Outbound Train, Rene Winchester's debut novel. The backdrop is Bryson City, North Carolina, which happens to be where she grew up. She is a North Carolinian and a lover of the old ways. She's an herbalist. She loves animals. She loves people, and she's a generous soul. And she's now a published author, like really, really good published author. I mean, she's published books before, but this one's a big deal. And this took her quite a while to write. She's a good friend of mine and a prayer partner, and I really appreciate her. And so one of you is going to get to win her book, and this is a really good book. So I hope that you will enjoy this as much as I've enjoyed it. There's a rich bunch of characters, and it's all based on things that she knows personally from growing up there, and her mom and her grandma and everybody, you know. It's a lot about women and their struggles and what life was like back in the day. So anyway, she offered that up. That was something she offered up. So I want to thank her for that. I'm trying to remember. I didn't do these yet, did I? Because I did the seeds first. Okay. The purple tree collard. Now this is a cutting I took from my plant. This will get to be tall, like taller than me, like up to 8 feet, I think, or maybe 10. If you're in a really warm area, it might get to 10. I would recommend that you cut the top down. It's easier to manage that way. You get more leaves. They're smaller, tenderer leaves. You can manage it as a tree. It doesn't need to be tied up. But this is going to somebody. It will be depotted because it's easier to ship if it's not in the container. So you'll need to pot it up when you get it. And then there is this little rosemary, a cutting also that I grew, and actually a cutting that I won at a giveaway that Lynette at Sleepless in the Carolinas had. And I'm giving her a shout out today. Yay! So go check out Lynette's channel. She's a great gal and has a lot of knowledge about plants too. So, you know, and she's from the other side of the U.S., so you get something from me and something from her all at once. Really a good thing. So I ended up with 3 cuttings that took out of the ones that she gave me, and so I decided I'd bless one of you with them. In one of my videos a while back, I talked about garden design, and I talked about how I design my gardens, and a technique that I learned when I was taking my landscape design classes where they use overlays. And I've always used graph paper, I have to say, even before I took that class, because I just love plotting and planning things, I guess. It's a way for me to envision what things are going to be like. I'm a visual learner, so I love pictures too. So anyhow, here's what one of you is going to win. There is a stainless steel ruler with a cork on the back, which serves 2 purposes. When it lays down flat, the metal does not touch the paper, so when you're using a pen, it won't bleed back under the ruler, and you have a nice crisp line. This also stays on the paper much better. It doesn't slide around as much. And also my favorite little mechanical pencils. You get a couple of these. These you can find anywhere. You can get a box of them on Amazon. They're a number 2 pencil. You twist the top to get them to, give you more lead. You don't have to sharpen them, which is nice. That's why I like mechanical pencils. You've got a nice sharp point all the time. And these are pretty good erasers. The grid paper here is non-reproducible blue lines. So that's really nice too. So anyhow, that's the design package. So we have seeds, the book, design package, the plants, and then we have this. Oh, this one's big. We have 3 different sizes of these. 1, 2, and 3. What these are these little pots that you can plant into and then just pop them right in the ground when they've got roots. You'll get tags for the plants and the most wanted whole seed catalog from Baker Creek, which is like worthy of putting somewhere where you can just look through it, like on the coffee table or the side table. Anyway, it's really a wonderful book. It's full of eye candy, full of information, full of stories. Goodness gracious. More color. Yeah, it's fantastic, you know. So they sent me an extra one, so I'm passing it along to one of you. So one of you will be winning. This is the big package. And I'm not really doing these in any particular order when I shared them with you. I just want you to know that. Now, how do you enter? What I'd like you to do is to give me one comment only. You can add other things in this comment. It doesn't have to be just the answer to the question that I'm going to ask you. But what you need, excuse me, my throat's decided to get kind of weird here. It gets dry and then I can't talk very well. But anyway, back to what the question is. One comment and you need to answer this question. And if you don't know the answer to it, I'm going to tell you how to find out the answer to it here before we're done. Tell me what growing zone you're in, what USDA growing zone you're in. And if you garden or not, you can find out the answer to this. What this does is 2 things for me, or one thing for me that I need as a content creator, because it'll tell me where you live and, in other words, help me to better give you information that'll be better for you if you're gardening. Anyway, to find out the growing zone that you're in, you can go to Google and you just say, Google what USDA growing zone is, and the name of your city. Like I would say Portland, Oregon. What growing zone is Portland, Oregon? And it will come up with an answer, and the answer for me is 8B. So that's the growing zone. So you put that in there, and don't bury it in a bunch of other comments. Make sure it's either right at the front or right at the end of your comment. If you have a channel but don't have your name on the channel, another thing you can do for me so that I get to know you a little better is at least give me your first name. That is not required, but if you would like to, that's helpful. And then when you're on lives, I can recognize you and that kind of thing. And I'll see you on other lives, I'm sure, because a lot of you came from Roots and Refuge and other places, other groups that I'm involved in. So anyway, that's what we got going there. So I'm hoping that you are well and that you are able to keep busy in this crazy season that we're in. I feel like I'm finally, though it's never going to feel like normal, it's a lot easier than it was when it first started, because this is actually the end of week 7, I think, 7, because I started the 13th of March. That's when I started isolating. And I've only been out of the house probably 4 times, out to shop maybe 4 times, usually because I had another errand I had to run. And I've had people bring me groceries and things like that when I'd run out of little things, but my big grocery things I usually go pick up and do it at a time when there's not very many people out. And I have the N45 masks that I use for my mixing up my pigments in my paints for my encaustic artwork. Oh, and speaking of that, I did say I was going to give away some of my artwork, but because everything happened so quickly, it's not going to happen this time. We'll be doing a video about whatever I'm going to be making, which will probably be an encaustic piece because I'm looking at something over here that's going to work really well. And so I will be doing that, and I'll be sharing that process and then giving away what I make. So that'll be a separate giveaway. So you have that to look forward to. Also, I want to let you know I do have a PayPal. I don't think I've got it listed in my about. I might, but I don't think I do. I have PayPal. I have an Amazon wish list. If anybody is so inclined as to feel like they just want to bless me, that's fine. You know, it's not necessary. I'm just saying. I actually have the wish list up there so that I can share it with family and remember things that I need to get. But if you want to buy something off there, that's like, I'm way cool with that. So, because I love doing that for other people. But anyhow, it has been 21 minutes already. So I think it's probably time I get off here. Oh, and you can find my email on in my about section. And there's also the mailing addresses there if you want to mail a card, a little note or something. So anyhow, thanks so much for being here. Thanks for being a part of my community. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, because you're the reason I'm here. So anyway, this is Patty the Tinker's wife signing off. God bless. Have a good day.